Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Playwright Framework series. If you already know about Playwright but struggle with how to building a proper scalable automation framework from scratch, then this series is only for you. So in this series, we are not going to learn a Playwright thing. So if you want to know about Playwright, then you can see and you can go through my videos that I have put in my channel for the Playwright. So I'll teach you how to design a build a proper production level Playwright framework using JavaScript. So the kind of framework generally we use in a real organization. Okay. So before jumping into the actually the creation of framework, we need to understand what is exactly a framework. Okay. First of all, you need to understand what is a framework. So in very simple language, a test automation framework is simply, this is what you have to mention. This is a very simple definition. Is simply, you can say a set of rules uh, plus you can say some structure plus some tools that helps you to uh, like write and run your automation test cases. Okay, so I'll just undo this. This is some spelling mistake was there. Okay, so a test automation framework is simply a set of rules, some folder structure, along with a tool like Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, so that helps you to write and run your end-to-end test cases effectively so that you can verify your defect very easily. So that's what about a framework. Okay, it's a simple definition. So the next one is why exactly we need a framework. Okay, so see, I'll give a very simple example. Imagine this situation, you are building your own house. So suddenly you cannot do randomly, right? First of all, you have to plan like where exactly your drawing room will be, your where exactly your kitchen will be, everything where will make a plan, right? And after that, we'll bring the architect and they will just give you a proper design according to your requirement and they will create a proper plan, design plan, and you also have to give a green signal. Then the proper worker will come, they will just put one brick by brick, then they will just create a proper house for you. So if you replicate the same thing into your automation testing, then obviously when you create a automation testing, then obviously you have first of all you have to choose a specific tool which will going to be used for your developing a framework. Then you just have a team, and after that you will properly design where exactly which folder we need to create according to your project requirement. Then slowly after making the whole plan, then we'll start to work. Okay, so suppose you will not like use any uh, if you go to create a test framework without any plan, then what happen, your code will be messy. It's very hard to maintain your test cases in future, and also difficult to reuse every functionality, and debugging is also obviously painful. Debugging means whenever test case in the future, if test case will fail, then it will be very difficult to debug it. Means it is difficult to analyze it. Okay, so with framework, what are the benefits that we'll get? Everything will be structured. Everything will be reusable. Code will be there. Suppose login functionality is there. Obviously, you need to reuse again and again for each and every test cases. So you can easily use the already existing code, easy to maintain and easy to create a proper report, and so that you can show that report to your higher management. So these are things that you can like expect that these are the benefits that you can expect if you create a proper scalable framework. Okay, so in future whenever you create a framework from scratch, then it will be easy for you to understand, but mostly this is a theoretical session, and in future whenever you like follow this complete series, then you will be able to understand everything in a sequence way. Okay, so the next one is why exactly we need it. Okay, this is also one of the most important questions. Sometimes this also will get as part of your interview question. Why we need it actually? Why we need a framework? Okay. So I'll give you point by point so that you can it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. The first one is code reusability. What does it mean exactly? This means suppose there is a login functionality. Okay, so this login function means entering username, entering password, click on the sign in button. So this particular functionality you have to use in each and every test cases, whatever XYZ functionality you are checking. So for every functionality checking, you also you have to log in. So if you create a framework, then the login code will be reusable in future for each and every test cases, so that you can avoid duplication. Duplication code will be you can reduced. Okay, so this is what code reusability means. Okay, and the next one is better organization. That means everything, if suppose in your home also, if you'll organize your room in a proper way, then whenever you find something, looking for something to wear or something you have to looking for, then if you'll maintain your home very efficiently, then obviously it will be very easy to find that things, that stuff. Okay? So that is why in better organization, if you create separate folders like test case, test data, then pages, page object, pages where you can store your functions, your web elements. Then after that, if you store some utility and reporting, and these all things will understand. But I'm just giving example. If you organize everything in a better way, then it will be easy for you to handle it, or it will be very easy for different people who are using the framework. It will be easy for them to understand also. Okay, and the next one is maintainability. Okay. Obviously, in future, if you've created a framework in a better way, then it will be easy to maintain in future, because we never know what will happen in future and what all requirement will come in the future. So if you create a framework and it is easy to maintain for lifetime, then it will be a very good thing from an automation framework side. Okay. Then the next one is better reporting. Because whenever you execute your test cases, at the end you have to create a report for all the test cases that you've executed. So if you create a proper reporting, then how many test cases got passed, how many test cases got failed, how many test cases got skipped, everything you have placed in the report. So that report will go, you send to your management, and it will be easy for them to understand, okay, what is the current status of your project. Okay, then the next one is data driven testing. Okay, so this means whenever you have some test data, suppose you have some sets of username and password, okay, and you want to verify that whether this username password, among all this username and password, what are the valid one and what are the invalid one. So for that, you cannot store all that like data in hardcode in a framework. You have to store in somewhere so that it will be easy for you whenever one other person or your colleague will looking for some specific data with which I will execute my test cases. Then they will um, easily easily look for the data, and they will do the data driven testing. Okay, and the next one is very easy to understand, which leads fast development. Okay, so if the flow is very easy, you have written a proper structured way, obviously the other person will be able to understand it very easily, and we obviously it directly proportional to the faster development of your test cases. Okay, and the next one is the final one is CI/CD integration. In CI/CD integration, continuous development, what exactly it will do? Whenever you have written complete the test, you have completely write the test cases and you have all done from your side, then they will execute the test cases continuously to check how my application is, how stable my application is. Okay, so these are the like uh, main reason why you should create a framework. Without framework also it is you can create a framework without a framework also you can develop your test cases. But if you use a proper framework, then these are the things that you can uh, get the benefit out of it. Okay, so as part of this video, we uh, understood what is a framework and why we need a framework. From the next class onwards, we will understand how to create a playwright framework from scratch and what are the different prerequisites that we need to create a playwright framework. Okay, till then, thank you. Goodbye.